Secure transmission established. This is Keeper. We may speak freely, Agent. Prepare to receive your orders.
I take it you're my handler?
Correct. I'm speaking to you from Service Headquarters on Drummond Pass. I'll be directing you personally on this mission. You were chosen for this operation because of your exemplary performance during training. Imperial Intelligence needs agents capable of working independently in the field. Now you apply your training to the real world. Nemro the Hutt and his organization run Jaguna, and you're in town to convince Nemro to supply the Empire.
Give me background. What are we working from?
Jaguna is an industrial town, and Nemro runs most of the industry. The Hutt supplies weapons, drugs, and raw materials, but not to us. We believe Nemro has been reluctant to lose Republic customers by publicly siding with the Empire. It's time he overcame this reluctance.
And I'm your means of making that happen.
That's correct, Agent. We need to know what Nemro and his advisors are thinking before we can act. I want you to obtain access to the Nemro clan's inner circle. You'll require a cover identity. One of our contacts, an alien named G, has prepared a background for you and will provide the details.
Trust me, Keeper, I don't need any help to get close to a Hutt.
Don't underestimate the Nemro clan. The galaxy has seen more effective gangsters, but rarely more sadistic ones. G will be waiting for you at a safe house. Locate him, take what he offers, then report to me.
Are we sure this contact is trustworthy?
Jeeg won't betray us. Whether he succeeds at his assigned tasks is another matter. I'd be more concerned with the rest of the populace. Most of Jaguna is caught up in a turf war. Some of the gangs involved belong to the Hutts. Others are independent. Your combat training should see you through, but expect brutality and expect to be targeted. Jaguna isn't friendly to strangers. Now, find Jeeg and report back to me. Keep her out.
Acrodonomales, smogas total gisbavo apiatai.
I'm listening. Continue.
Vataranai angomis akananon, alas protas era. Graitai aptikte, iruprit virtini savasia sa vebe kaigis.
If there's another red blade out there, won't that be a problem?
Small sio popudus mana ira padare mananan kali. Vataranai angomis akananon, alas protas era.
What kind of interference?
Acrodonomales, smogas total gisbavo apiatai. Graitai aptikte, iruprit virtini savasia sa vebe kaigis.
They'll probably sell what they stole. What if we made them an offer?
Abravimos brandimus prostis cad adveretag. Vataranai angomis akananon, alas protas era. Sio la plasma era. Abravimos brandimus prostis cad adveretag.
What exactly are these gifts?
Graitai aptikte, iruprit virtini savasia sa vebe kaigis. Vataranai angomis akananon, alas protas era.
Jeeg, from this point forward, operational security will be at a premium. You will not contact us from this terminal again.
Small sio popudus mana ira padare mananan kali.
I understand you corrected Jeeg's mishandling of the situation, Agent. We'll now proceed.
That creature didn't just mishandle things. He messed up badly.
Possibly, but we will use him until he's outlived his function. Your next task is to access Nemro's inner circle. Present yourself to the Hutt as a fellow gangster, the Red Blade, and offer him Jeeg's gifts. One of the gifts is implanted with a listening device, which we will use to monitor conversations within Nemro's palace.
If someone suspects me, what should I do?
Use your judgment. Silence them or allay their suspicions as appropriate. But keep this in mind. At this juncture, our primary goal is to find weaknesses in Nemro's organization. Even if the Hutt won't join us, we might influence his lieutenants. Talk to Nemro and his men. Determine who we can turn and how we can sway them. We will be listening.
In that case, I better watch my mouth.
I expect my ears can handle it, Blade. Be careful what you say. And lose the accent. When you're in the Hutt Palace, you're no longer an Imperial. Contact me from the cantina once Nemro has his presence. Keep her out.
The pirate's on her way. Security droids say she's armed, but she won't be trouble.
Let's hope not. Here she is now.
I'll go tell the boss.
This is Carol's. Tell the throne room that the Blades arrived. When Nemro shows, stay at least 5 meters back and don't come up unless you're called. One wrong move, and you're a pile of ash.
You worried I'm gonna cause trouble?
Just going over the rules. You've got a reputation, and we don't want any problems. Allow me to present Nemro the Hutt, the illustrious crime king of Jaguna.
Trinkets, Great Nemro. Nothing more.
Not bad. Nemro, the idols here are real Orodium. The cloth looks like...
Manama Asha Bijo. Kipuna Malituta Odmishka Kabano Tasema. Ki Obaki Wata Bangi Danko Batoga Wata.
I'm very grateful. You've got quite a place here.
Haiji Banada. Yenguba Jiji. Godin. Noli Makichisa.
Kikuna mo. Uban chone alipa. Istin koto.
Gonchuta. Kasu Yali Koira. Dokanti Kong.
Looks like your audience with Nemro is over. You'll have to forgive the interruption. I've been working for that Hutt since he killed my gang when I was 13. Trust me, you can't talk to him when he's like this.
Seems like your boss has some temper. Why stay with him?
Because Nemro's got power and smarts, along with his temper. I like things a little more orderly than he does, but I don't complain. We're having trouble with the Fathra clan, and it's getting to all of us. Fathra's out of line, but the Hutt cartel hasn't bothered to interfere.
That's a real shame. Must make life difficult for you.
You're not kidding. The attacks are bad enough, but Nemro's temper could turn a crisis into a bloodbath. Now look, I need to work up new plans with security, and keep an eye on Tathlosian to keep him from suggesting anything stupid. In the meantime, you're a guest, and you've got our permission to do business here. You got the run of the palace, so I'll see you around.
Don't be in such a hurry, Blade. Don't you remember me? Your old buddy, Dino Ray? I don't think you looked this good when we met up on Hoth. Or so girly. But you couldn't be an imposter. You know your friend Dino.
Of course I remember you, Dino. How long it's been.
Little too long, it seems. Turns out we got a problem. You see, you don't look like the Blade I know. The Blade who owes me credits. But you say you're the Blade, my pretty lady friend. So I'll take you at your word and ask for my money. You understand?
I thought we were close, Dino. I thought you were my very, very close friend.
Yeah, I can see that. But come on, I really do need the cash if I'm gonna keep your secret.
Come on, you're a good guy. You take a girl's last few credits? Leave her broke and wanting?
Look, maybe I could let the debt slide just this once. For a friend? Dino and the Blade, you know?
I like the sound of that. I like it a lot, Dino.
Oh, glad to hear it. You know, we could, head to my room, get cozy, talk about old times. We got a lot in common, you and me.
All right. So long as I can finish my business here when we're done.
I won't stop you. Come on, I'll show you a few things to really remember me by.
Blade, come on over. Glad to see you're enjoying the palace. Look, I've only got 5 minutes before I have to go meet with some alien freaks, and I want to ask you something. You've been around the galaxy a few times. What's it like dealing with the Empire?
The Empire is a pain to deal with. I stay away from it these days.
You're lucky to have that luxury. Not many of us do. The Hutts have taken control of the gangs, and I think real soon the Republic and Empire will want control of the Hutts, even if Nimro won't believe it. So, if we gotta pick a side, I want to pick a winner, and I don't see the Empire losing.
Like it or not, the Empire does seem to be the future.
I hope so, and not just because of business either. My sons are free traders. They're doing business in the Sullus system. It's their first time dealing with the Empire, so I worry. I probably shouldn't. But you came to me for a reason. What can I do for you, Blade?
Look, I need credits. Fast. And I'm not picky about what it takes.
I'm not a charity. Still, I could use someone who can work alone and get results. Nemro's been stewing in his slime since we lost a shipment of rare ores in the Evokai lands. He blames me for some reason. Now the Evokai, they're Hutta natives from before the cartel came. They mostly want us dead. If you get that shipment back, I'll pay you good.
All right. I'm interested.
And maybe we both come out ahead. There's a work camp outside Jaguna. Nimro set it up for some Evokai who wanted peace. Bad deal. Poor rubes. The chief there, Odef, was supposed to talk to the other Evokai tribes about returning the ore, but he didn't come through. He knows something, though. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep. But I look forward to seeing if the Red Blade's as good as they say.
You said you were going to get the ore back.
I have done all I can. They, the other tribes, will not listen.
If you say so. Hey, you the Red Blade? Heard you were coming. Thought we'd soften up the chief for you.
Any luck with your interrogation?
Says he's real sorry he couldn't make a deal. That's about it.
The other tribes, the Evokai who refused peace, it was they who attacked your shipment. You have given us homes and work. I help you willingly. But the tribes will not return Nemro's medals.
You think you can lie to me? You're probably working with the rest of the Evokai.
Damn creep.
I would not betray Nemro. The tribes, they stole the shipment to spite the Hutts, and to use for themselves. They will make weapons, machines. They took the metals to their great village in the swamps. Only a beast or a shadow can enter. Seek the shipment there if you wish.
Feel lucky I'm letting you live, Odef. Unless I find out you're lying.
You will not. I only want peace.
All right, Chief. Let's get you a med pack or two. You've had a busy day.
Slow down, Blade. Stay with me a while. We haven't had the chance to talk. I'm Kaleo. Nemro puts me in charge of the good stuff. His guns, his troops, the safety of his little palace. You can spare some time for me, right?
I really can't, sorry.
Probably eager to get back outside. Blow the heads off a few locals. See who's stupid enough to act tough. I'm more interesting. Promise. You've got a nasty reputation, you know. I can't help wondering, why would the Red Blade finally visit the House of Nemro?
You've given it thought. Why don't you tell me?
I think you want what everyone wants. Money, power. Maybe stir things up a little. I like to think you'll be trouble, Blade. You'll be bloodthirsty, treacherous. Because I could enjoy keeping an eye on a bloodthirsty, treacherous pirate.
You got a strange idea of fun, lady.
I get bored easily. Even hot perversions get old after a while. If you are trouble, take your time. I'd hate to stick a blaster to your head, or a slave collar around your neck, before I've seen everything you can do. That's all I wanted to say. You can go now.
It's been a pleasure, Kaleo.
Of course it has.
Fathra will not stop his mining operations. He's going to keep tapping our gas pocket and cut our supply in half.
O kakiza spida perupa, kadwa shiniko higa danulia.
Don't play dumb with me, Taflajan. Fathra doesn't need to steal our customers if he doesn't leave us any gas to sell, and we can't uproot him without help.
Punyu kichawa joto jamba.
Idiot. Sorry about Taflajan, Blade. Legitimate business brings out the worst in us. Makes me miss actual crime, you know? But it looks like you're about to brighten my day. You find the shipment?
If you have my money, then I've got your shipment.
You sound like my kids. The fee's been transferred to your account. You'll have access by the time you're back at your apartments. You earned every credit. I'd buy you a drink in the cantina, but I need to have a chat with Nimro. We should talk more another time, though. You do good work.
I appreciate it, Carols. Good luck with the hut.
Right. I'll need it.
The operation is proceeding well, Agent. Thanks to your intervention, Carol's Jarvis will once again have Nemro's ear. I took note of your meeting with Nemro's security chief, Kaleo. You handled yourself well. Still be on your guard. We've identified her as a freelance assassin, enforcer, and anarchist. She's been attached to a dozen employers in half as many years, using several different aliases.
Killing her wouldn't be any trouble. I can lure her somewhere isolated.
She's a wild card. She may prove a liability, but she could also prove very useful. Watch her. On to more immediate concerns. Nemro operates a major Schwash gas mine on Hutta. The Empire wants access to Nemro's refined gas. Unfortunately, Fathra is tapping the same gas pocket as Nemro. We need to destroy Fathra's operations in the rust yards before Nemro's grinds to a halt.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to blow something up?
Then you may enjoy this. You will travel to Fathra's mining facility and place explosives in the drill shaft, destroying the equipment and collapsing part of the gas pocket. You'll need to strip a uniform and credentials off the facility guards to pass the final security checkpoint. A working disguise is imperative.
Should be straightforward.
Your disguise may not hold up under close inspection, so avoid conversation. The explosives have already been delivered to your room. Once you're finished, go back to Carol's Jarvis and make sure he knows what happened. Take the credit if you like.
It'll be handled. Is there anything else?
One more thing, Agent. Darth Jadis pays increasing attention to your work. He will reward success or failure appropriately, and I will not intervene. Report back after you've destroyed the mine and inform Carols of the results. Keep her out.
Cartel representative identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Gas leak detected. Activating ventilation system. Lockdown in place until ventilation complete. Recalling all mining and security droids.
You'll get the gory details after I report to Nemro. Figure you can wait that long?
Looks like I'll have to. But you don't get...
Blade, nice you decided to come by, but I was just telling Carols I can't stay. I know you understand.
That girl's a handful. But she's good at what she does, I'll give her that.
What does she do exactly? Besides swagger and carry a blaster.
Officially, she's Nemro's chief enforcer. Truth is, most of the troops are terrified of her, so she keeps our people in line more than Fathra's. Anyways, I'm glad you're here. But those explosions in the rust yards, you wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
I took out Father's mining operations. I heard they were giving you trouble.
I thought you might have had something to do with it. Good work, Blade. Good work. I like a person who takes initiative. With Fathra's mines broke down, we can increase production. Fathra will want revenge, of course, but we'll be ready. Look, I have something for you. You'll like it. I'll send it to your room. You done good work for us. You deserve more than credits. Which reminds me, how long are you staying on Hutta?
I really wish I knew the answer to that.
Well, if you're still around in a few weeks, I'd like you to meet my sons. They'll be home from their trading expedition. I think you'd get along. Think about it is all I'm saying. Now get going. I'm sure you have other business to take care of.
Come on, Luti, we don't have time to waste here. Too late. Hey there, you must be the Blade.
You made a mistake coming in here. You're not leaving this place alive.
You think? Let's find out. Get your guns out, folks.
I understand Nemro Shvash gas production is back on schedule, Agent. Excellent work. Keep it up and Darth Javis may loosen his grip on operations. However, I'm afraid unforeseen circumstances have caused a problem.
You mean the people who broke into my room?
No, that's a separate matter, and one I advise you to watch closely. But it isn't what concerns me now. 3 days ago, Carl Jarvis's sons encountered a Sith apprentice in Imperial space. A dispute broke out. One son died and the other was crippled. When Carlos hears that a Sith slaughtered his child, his sympathy for the Empire will evaporate. We can no longer use him to get to Nemro.
Can we keep him from finding out?
No. Carlos is close to his sons, and the circumstances of the encounter aren't exactly secret. He'll learn sooner or later. Now, I have a plan to solve our present dilemma, but first we need Carol's out of the way.
You're asking me to kill Carols?
It's unfortunate, but it's the only way to proceed. I'm sending you an interference program on a computer spike. Go to Carol's suites in the palace. Activate the spike to black out his security monitors. You'll be able to eliminate Carol's and his bodyguards without being seen. When Nemro's people investigate, they'll recognize the jamming program as Republic technology.
Let's hear some more.
Tothalish, Nemro's Twi'lek advisor, already expect Farthra to seek revenge for the destruction of his mines. Our job is to show that the Republic helped Farthra kill Carols. Once Carols is gone, speak to Tothalish about his suspicions. As Carols' friend, you'll promise to do whatever it takes to find the assassins.
Is that right? How am I going to find the real killer?
For now, get to Carols' suites and use the computer spike. We'll discuss more once Carols is eliminated and Tothalish's suspicions have been aroused. Keep her out.
Jewelry, dresses, speeders, whatever you want, baby.
Uh-huh.
What's going on here? You thought you'd just go and switch sides? Damn you!
Carols, you can survive this, but we have to work together.
You're offering me mercy? How? Your timing's bad. I could use a fight right now. I just got word that my boys are dead, Blade. Some Imperial piece of filth killed them for refusing to bow and scrape.
You're wrong. One is dead, but the other is only crippled.
How could you know that? How? I get it. Kill one, take the other hostage. Just make sure Carol's Javis cooperates, right? You slime. What is it you want from me?
You're gonna leave Hutta, Carols. Take the next flight off planet and don't come back. You do that, and we'll leave your son alive.
Damn you! If I'd have known what you were, I'd never let you inside the palace. I'll go. Not a word to Nemro. With what you've done in here, they'll probably think I was disintegrated.
Wherever you go, I'll be watching you. Now get moving.
You've made your point. You won't hear from me again. Goodbye, Blade.
Piti do tenyago kakajujo, da biska ku paliya.
Chiliska chanagawani chicos pa inikudade. Nunchanti chawa, choto ke kwanga joska.
Chakita huta. Kunta chuta. Kasuyali kulira. Kanki kung.
Yeah, it's great seeing you too.
Choski nawi yuchusu. Kabanotase makipuna. Malituta udmishka. Piti do tenyago kakajujo. Da biska ku paliya.
I'll do whatever it takes to bring the killers to justice.
Mana matota jispa micho. Pliska taka. Yayoska ukle yuga chesko pukuta. Yinga kijita. Nimni tanuv alelo kwekuta. Kunta chuta. Kasuyali kulira. Kanki kum. Oka kiza spida perupa. Gadwa shiniko higa danulia.
I'll look into it. Might take some time.
Togawata kiko uba kiriwata buki donko. Buka kampak nijit. Tonka yiliska chanaga.
So, this is where you've been hiding. Nice. Is the blood on the floor fresh, or did that come with the room?
Why do people keep breaking into my room?
I can't speak for anyone else, but I thought it would be nice to talk privately. You've been all over town racking up quite a body count. And I know what you did to Carol's. You're after something bigger than Emerald. I'm not sure what, and I'm not sure why. But I want in on it.
You just made your last mistake, Kalia.
I think I've got a few mistakes left in me. Too bad you don't want to be a part of them.
Hold a moment, Agent. Violence may not be necessary.
What's this now?
We know who you are, Kaleo Janus, and we are willing to offer you a deal. I am Keeper. I represent Imperial Intelligence, as does my operative. We are aware of your activities on Ratatak, Ord Mantell, and Brental 4, as well as your affiliations. Your skills could prove useful, and we are willing to offer you a place in our ranks. You would become a very well-paid servant of the Empire.
I've heard worse propositions. What do you think, Agent? You want me on your side?
Frankly, killing you seems a lot simpler.
Might just get the chance another time. But your boss just offered me a free ride, and who am I to say no to that? Count me in. But call me a servant of the Empire again, and I'll bust your face.
Charming. We'll discuss the details later. As for you, Agent, Tarthalion is convinced that Fathra the Hutt is a major threat to business. Well done. Now we must bring Tarthalion proof that Fathra has support from the Republic. The first step is to obtain a holodisk from Fathra's palace. The disk contains holo recordings of all Fathra's dealings. The Hutt is too paranoid for his own good. You'll have to break into his archives to get it.
It'll mean lifting security codes off the palace overseers. Like you said, paranoid Hutt.
Noted. Once you reach the archives, use this computer spike on the holodisk. It will be altered to show Fathra meeting with Republic officers. Then bring the forgery to Tarthalion.
All this, just to gain the allegiance of a thug like Nemro?
It's an inglorious business, isn't it? With Tarthalion convinced that his enemies are allied with the Galactic Republic, have no doubt. He will turn to us for help. We are in the endgame. Kalia will accompany you on this mission and will act under your command.
Last time I went to Fathra's palace, I had so many adrenals in my system I was coming down for a week. This should be entertaining.
Malam biamgin, hamgam nea be kabrakawa. Manala yang perlu, amka kalami naya kira nubua.
Hello, Non. What brings you down here? Fathra finally ordered you to check out the shooting?
Nulilak apa jam kamgram, amka nem nang nemua inuk. Kali ruma, mereka baka lebek ruma.
I like that about you, Non. You only bet on a sure thing.
Naya memgem kaligam. Gegwa nam karek naya memak.
If you're with Fathra, you're dead. Simple as that.
Kremini bebe. Rapa praha vernegarak.
I knew coming here would be a good time.
This ugly.
That's it then. Better hope your boss knows how to make a convincing forgery. Of course. There's going to be a bloodbath once Nemro and Tarthalion see what's on the disc.
How do you know what's on the holodisk?
All I know is what your keeper told us. But I'm not stupid. If that disc really names all of Fathra's business partners, it probably identifies half the people in Jaguna. Merchants, gangsters, debtors, the usual scum. When Nemro gets a hold of it, he'll want revenge on anyone who dared to go to Fathra behind his back. There'll be bodies clogging the gutters for weeks.
It's brutal, but if it helps Nemro, it could help our position.
It would make Nemro happy, but I doubt it'd actually help his business. Different things. If you're feeling queasy, you could always erase the extra data and scratch up the disk. Make it look like only the doctored recording miraculously survived the damage. So, we deliver Keeper's forgery without the real data. Nemro doesn't get his revenge spree. The risk is that Tophagen figures out you erased the good stuff.
I'm not endangering the mission to protect the lowlives of Hutter.
Aw, aren't we dedicated? I knew I'd learn something about you on this mission. Now let's get that thing to Tophagen and see what happens. Hello, Tophagen. The Red Blade claims to have something to show you.
Manchi do ti puna puna, kabuk nuni slemo. Mokili mo clunky, nik mi chawa welmo.
You better be paying well, Tophagen. I went through a lot to get this disc.
Poya tuka changa goptula do bata wana wanki.
Pliska taka, yayoska ukleyuga chesko pukuta.
Nakma noya choski nawi kuchusu, yo mata chitoya. Kapatonga, chisa bichavongi chikatoko.
You'll need help to stay competitive. But the Republic does have enemies. They might be useful.
Mi pikasa na shura. Va fa baji. Wanda humpa. Urira bampabura.
Imache, churon chica jiliska chanaga.
Jiliska dananga ime chaicho. Ron chica.
Is there anything else I can do for you or your clan?
Bonda hoyachi.
Dobata jimoa tusawa, mikuna posta morulia.
Jipawa doloda muma.
The deed is done, Agent. Nemro is already contacting Imperial embassies looking to establish relations. He'll be eating out of our hands within the month. In the short term, our chemical and stimulant stockpiles will nearly double. In the long term, we're a step closer to bringing all of Hutter under Imperial control. I'll make my full report to Darth Jadis shortly. I expect he'll be very pleased with our work.
Assuming he's satisfied, does that mean Jadis will leave Imperial intelligence alone?
I wouldn't assume anything at this juncture. Besides which, that isn't your concern. Your mission is now complete. There's a shuttle waiting for you in Jaguna. It will take you to Drummond Cast. Once you've arrived on planet, report to Imperial Intelligence Headquarters in the Citadel. I'll debrief you there.
Don't make me jump through bureaucratic rings.
If you want another assignment, you will follow orders. Khalil, you will also report to Drummond Cast. I assume Nemro won't be surprised by your sudden disappearance.
He'll be hurt. But no one will be surprised that I left with the blade.
He's certainly not the first employer you've walked out on. In any case, I'll expect to see both of you soon.
Hold on. Who else has Kaleo betrayed?
This isn't the time or place for that, Agent. Report to the shuttle as soon as possible. Keep her out.
Atrodo normales. Smogas total gisbaba apiatai.
If you have something to say, say it.
Omajiga leto. Vataranai angomis akananoam. Alas plotas era.
You're right. This is bad.
Smal sio poputus mana ira padare mananan kali. Atrodo normales. Smogas total gisbaba apiatai.
This is your fault, Jeeg. It was your job to handle this.
Kaip mano te vas no. Graitai aptikte. Irukrit vertini savasia salvebe kaijis.
So, you're the one who killed my men. The pretender who wants to be the Blade.
I'm no pretender. I earned my name.
You think this is a joke? I'm the Red Blade, you worm. The real Red Blade. And you've got one chance to explain yourself before I burn a hole through your head.
Prove that you're the real Blade. Then we'll talk.
Ha! You've got guts, kid. It's almost too bad that I have to kill you. Damn you, pretender.
Surprises me how clean you people keep your spaceports. If this were Hutta, I'd be scraping alien gunk off my boots. Of course, if this were Hutta, I couldn't be thrown into prison for spitting the wrong way. So come on, Agent. You're going to welcome me here to the Imperial homeworld?
I'm surprised you've never been here before.
I avoid Imperial space. I want to die in a cantina fight, not ticking off some bureaucrat. Anyway, let's head down to the city. Keeper wanted us to see the Citadel. I'm guessing it won't be hard to find.
Don't worry. This should be fun.
Now let's go meet your bosses.